Good afternoon, everybody. Today I am going to take the topic called as multiprocessing and multitasking. In the last class, I explained about a thread and a process, the difference between thread and a process, and main components of process control block and thread control block. That is, in process control blocks, what is process identification, priority number, program counter, memory allocation, IO status information, list of files, open files, accounting. These are all present in the process control block. So I explained the main differences between the thread and a process. Today I am going to explain multiprocessing and multitasking. This is the fifth module of CSIS students of VTU syllabus. What is the multiprocessing? Multiprocessing means more than one processor in close communication. All the processors share a common bus, common clock, common memory and peripheral devices is called as multiprocessing. Multiprocessor system is also called as parallel system or tightly coupled systems. Multiprocessor operating systems are just regular operating systems. They handle system calls, memory management, provide a file system and it manages input-output devices. Multiprocessor system is also known as parallel systems or multi-core systems. The another name of multiprocessor is parallel systems or multi-core systems. The features of multiprocessor systems. What are the features of multiprocessor systems? The processor should support efficient context switching operation. It supports large physical address space and large virtual address space. If one processor fails, then another processor should retrieve the interrupted process. So execution of the process can continue. It's not going to stop in a multiprocessor when it is running parallelly. If one process is facing some problem and it is going to execute, it failed in execution, it doesn't mean everything is going to stop. The another process will continue and executes the task. The interprocess communication mechanism is also provided in the multiprocessing systems. The simplest processors are based on a single bus. In symmetric multiprocessing, number of homogeneous processors are running independently without it affecting the other program. That is the advantage of multiprocessing. Asymmetric multiprocessing has one master CPU and the remainder CPUs are slaves. The master distributes takes among the slaves and IO is usually done by the master only. It follows the master and slave. Asymmetric multiprocessing as master CPU and the remainder CPUs are slaves. There is one master CPU and the other CPUs are called as slaves CPU. So it follows master slave technology in asymmetric multiprocessing. Each processor has one task which assigned by master processor. Asymmetric multiprocessing is difficult to implement. So master processor is easy to implement, whereas master and slave will be followed in the asymmetric, somewhat difficult to implement. Next we go for multitasking. What is this multitasking? Multitasking is also called as time sharing. It is logical extension of the multiprogramming of the operating system. Multitasking is also called as time sharing. It is a logical extension of the multiprogramming operating systems. User interaction with program is possible in multitasking operating system. During execution of the program, user interacts directly with the program, supplying information to the program. Multitasking means that the computer can work with more than one program at a time. What is the meaning of multitasking? It means computer can work with more than one program. It executes many programs at the same time. What is the example for this? For example, user could be working with information from one database on the screen. So, database, if user is operating the database, that is, he is analyzing the data, while the computer is sorting information from another database, while the Excel sheet is performing calculation as a separate worksheet. If one is updating the data, another one is manipulating the data, simultaneously it is performing some worksheet, that is Excel sheet, performing some calculation. This is called as different tasks is operating at the same time. Many users share the computer system simultaneously in time sharing operating system. Many users share computer system simultaneously in the time sharing operating system. You can give cloud computing also example. Time sharing system uses multi-programming and CPU scheduling. Each user has at least one separate program in memory. So, in multitasking system, each user is given a time slice for executing job in round robin fashion. That is, time allotment is given for the time slice, it has to execute according to time slices. Job continues until the time slice ends. So, multitasking, first task, second task, third task, fourth task, each executes based on the time slices. That is time sharing operating system. Time sharing system uses multi-programming and CPU scheduling. This is called as multitasking. Multitasking system, each user is given a time slice for executing job in round robin fashion and job continues until the time slice ends. It follows the round robin scheduling based on the time constraints. Concept of virtual machine is used in time sharing system. Virtual machine, that means it creates a virtual machine, one per user. So, user assumes that he is working with the real time systems, but that is virtual. User interaction with the system by using virtual machine, but user will not come to know he is interacting with the virtual machine virtually, but user enters the command for virtual machine and the result is received back to the user. So, user will not directly interact with the main machine, he will interact with the virtual machine. Multitasking system is more complex than multi-programming operating system. Multitasking is complex than multiprocessing or multi-programming operating system. It takes help of the file system. File system is stored on the disk, so disk management is also required. It has to take care of the disk management. Time sharing system uses medium term scheduling such as round robin for the foreground. Background process users can use a different scheduling method. Difference between multi-programming and multitasking operating system is context switching. In multi-programming system, a context switching occurs only when currently executing process stalls for some other reasons. This is the problem with the multi-programming and multitasking operating system. It has to follow the context switching. Time sharing system gives each user the impression that the entire system is dedicated to his use. Context switching simply allows several applications to be open, but only one is working at a time. That is the context switching. Applications will be open, but only one application can be performed at a time. The different multitasking models in the operating system context is cooperative multitasking, preemptive multitasking, Non-preemptive multitasking. What are the three types of multitasking? One is called cooperative multitasking, preemptive multitasking, non-preemptive multitasking. What is this cooperative multitasking? Here, task or process gets a chance to execute only when the currently executing task or process voluntarily give up the CPU. That means cooperation is there between the task and the CPU. So, process gets a chance to execute only when currently executing process stops executing, then it allows the next task to be performed. This is nothing but cooperative in the multitasking. Any task can hold the CPU as much time as it wants. So, there is no time constraints that particular task has to execute within this time only, nothing like that. Any task can hold the CPU as much time as it wants till it completes the task. If the currently executing task is non-cooperative, the other task may have to wait for a long time to get the CPU. If it is cooperative, it holds the task or it gives up the task voluntarily. But if it is non-cooperative, the problem arises, that is the task may have to wait till the running one has to complete it, long time to get the CPU. Second one is called, this is about the definition of cooperative multitasking. Name itself, cooperation is required. If it is cooperation is there for executing the multitask, processor voluntarily gives up the CPU, then it is called as cooperative multitasking. Preemptive multitasking, it enters that every task gets a chance to execute. That means it ensures that every task gets a chance to execute. It gives guarantee that every task has to execute. It should not wait for very long time to get the CPU. Preemptive. What do you mean by preempts? It preempts even if the task is not completed. It preempts and gives the chance the other task to execute. The currently running task is preempted to give the chance other task to execute. Preemptive. What do you mean by preempts? Even if the task is not totally completed, but it allows the CPU to execute the second task, third task, like that. This is called as preemptive. The preemption of task may be based on time slot or task priority. It may be based on the time slot or task priority. Time slot basis. Every 10 seconds it has to preempt, means as soon as the 10th second it preempts, though the task has to be completed. If it is not yet completed, then it allows the next task to be executed based on the time constraint, or maybe priority wise, priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. If it is allotted for the task, then task 1 is the first priority, after that task priority 2 task, priority 3 task, like that. Based on the priority or based on the time constraint, the preemption of the task has to be done. This is called as second type of multitasking, that is called as preemptive multitasking. What is the third one? Third one, as the name says, it is non-preemptive. Non-preemptive multitasking. What do you mean by non-preemptive? It is not going to preempt it. Task which is currently given to the CPU time is allowed to execute until it terminates or enters the blocked wait state, waiting for an IO or system resource. It is not going to preempt till the completion of the task. Non-preemptive means which is currently given the CPU time, one task is given for the CPU time, is allowed to execute till terminate, till it completes the task, or enters the blocked state or wait state, waiting for an IO or system resource. This is called as non-preemptive multitasking. So, what are the points I explained in today's class? I given a concentration on Concept of multiprocessing and multitasking. Multiprocessing means more than one processor sharing the same bus, same clock, same memory and peripheral devices. It is multitasking. And what this is called as multiprocessing. What is multitasking? Multitasking is also called as time sharing. It is a logical extension of the multiprogramming. Many tasks are allowed to perform at the same time with respect to time constraints. It is called as multitasking. Explain the features of multiprocessor system. Should support efficient context switching, support for large physical address, and it has to support for the inter-process communication. And if one processor fails, other processor will continue for execution. And cooperative, the types of multitasking. What are the types of multitasking? Cooperative multitasking, preemptive multitasking, non-preemptive multitasking. Cooperative, name itself, it will cooperate the tasks. There is no time constraint for this. Task can hold the CPU as much time as it wants. And preempt, it allows all the tasks to be performed based on the priority or based on the time constraint. So, all the tasks will be allowed to execute in the preemptive multitasking. And the third one is non-preemptive multitasking. Tasks which currently given to CPU allowed to execute until terminate or enters the block or wait condition. This is called as non-preemptive multitasking. In the next class I am going to explain what is a shared memory of the task communication, what is a message passing, what is memory mapped objects in the next class. Thank you for listening.